Chennai Padmavati School of Architecture is a young and dynamic school which believes in experimental learning as its foundation and focuses on providing national and international exposure to its students. RVS Chennai strives to be an innovative and futuristic school, constantly pushing boundaries through new ways of teaching. Joining us, we have architect Reeves Anthony, the academic innovator of RVS Chennai, is a young and passionate architect with experience in varied fields through his career. His ideas and approach to education sets the tone for the institute and its students. For college-related information and queries, kindly make note of the details provided on screen. I invite architect Reeves Anthony to present RVS Chennai. Thank you. Over to you, sir.
Thanks a lot. A very good evening to you all, the young aspirants who are going to be future architects. It's really exciting to see the kind of energy you guys have to be a part of an event like this. It shows your passion towards the field. I would definitely like to thank for calling me on this panel. It's a big honor and a privilege to be talking with so many pioneers and renowned academicians who have definitely done a lot. And Manoj, it was really a very interesting presentation. Thanks a lot for that. I would like to start talking about what we do in RVS Chennai. RVS Chennai, also known as the Alternative School of Architecture, strives to change the approach in the field of architectural education. Our vision is constructed over 5 strong pillars, which provides a holistic learning experience for our students, focusing on research, skill development, hands-on learning through application. Each of our pillars has one main focus alongside giving a large experience to the students. I would like to start talking about the first and the most important pillar. We call this pillar the School of Change. The School of Change advocates strong academics that focuses on innovation and maximum exposure to its students. In RVS, we treat the 5-year program, which is broken down into 10 semesters. 2 semesters are always clubbed together, and we imagine them and treat them as one single year with a holistic theme and approach, thereby enhancing the overall understanding of students in diverse fields. The year 1, the foundation program focuses on the ideology of art, culture, and heritage. This foundation year is extremely important for the students' understanding of architecture. The most important feature of this program is the travel studios. A theme-based travel to various Tamil landscapes creates a unique experience for the students. They understand and experience new places, cultures, and other forms of art as well. This first travel is an integral part of RVS culture, and we believe it will open up our minds and shape the visions of these young minds. And we believe travel is a way to learn things and take things forward. This is an example of Marudam, the croplands that was seen. So we had gone through various different kinds of lands, and our students had traveled across. Year 2 and 3 are technical in its nature of approach. The second year focuses on the theme of social and ecological resilience, which drives the students towards understanding of our rural environment and important construction techniques and materials. An important element that penetrates its way from the second year onwards is something we call the structures and services. Structures and services is an essential component of the academics. Like how a human body works with various different kinds of systems, the building also works with various different kinds of systems and services to make it efficient. We believe that it is important for an architect to know about these structures and services consistently. Under the structures and services component, students get to speak with professionals, discuss with consultants, they go to a lot of different site visits, understand what new technology and what new materials are being proposed and put forward in the market, with the consideration of doing an actual project, and understand, discuss, and debate how to integrate these services into a building. The year 3, the theme of year 3 is called technology and innovation. We start treating our students as architects from 3rd year onwards. They start talking and interacting with professionals from the field. We recently had a consultation day for our students where the teachers took the role of consultants and the students were treated as architects. This opportunity gave the student to look at his design as a realistic one, to be able to talk to the architects, to be able to talk to his teachers frankly, telling, I want to build this, this is how I want to be built. And the faculties take the role of consultants, trying to figure out a way to make it more realistic. The students are taught here and trained to look at their designs as realistic as possible and approach it with an attitude that it is going to be built. This instills a lot of confidence in these young minds. Year 4 has the theme of urban planning and renewal. Urban planning and renewal is a year where students engage in communication with the city, and they have grown up with the city they're studying about. The senior year focuses on development of the city and is research centric. We have launched quite a few research projects for which our students have contributed in very interesting and exciting manners, which we will be talking about. Year 5, as per the university syllabus, 6 months is given for internship to an architect's office. And we believe the first 4 years of thematic approach helps the student to actually create a strong and a very beneficial portfolio. And the last part of his final 5-year curriculum is the thesis. Thesis is something we call the dream project of a student. Moving on to one more important element in the academics is the scholarships that RVSs offer. This is an additional encouragement to students across all the years in the RVS scholarship that gives cash prizes for deserving students from every batch. We have instituted 3 scholarships under the name of 3 renowned architects. Charles Correa Award, which is a 25,000 rupees scholarship for the overall performance of the year. A student's performance, not just in academics, their creativity, their innovation is all looked at, and the overall performance award is given to the student. We have a Laurie Baker Award, which is the cash prize of rupees 5,000 for the student with the maximum dedication throughout the year, and a Frank Lloyd Wright Award, which is another 5,000 rupees scholarship for the one who has really scored well and excelled in all the exams. One more important character of RVS academics is the international reviews. We believe it is important for students to have a global idea of architecture. And in conducting this international review for our students, students get to have a global perspective of their designs and discussed with acclaimed people. On screen, we can see architect Ivar Kransky, who is the founder of Edge Architects in Dubai, and also architect George, who is the dean of American University of Sharjah in Dubai. Both of them have visited our institution. This happens at the end of every 6 months. Our students get to spend time with internationally renowned architects 3 to 4 days talking about their design. They present and they discuss their design with the reviewers, get their input on how to take things forward. It widens their approach and vision of the students with an international background. And more importantly, it adds a lot of confidence into how their ideas can be shaped better and how the world works. More details about these topics or these academics are available on our website. Now, moving on to the second pillar, which is one of our important and most strong pillars, is the live project. Our students involve themselves in the real-time construction of a socially and sustainably relevant project once every year, which means 1 month a year they spend in actually building. We believe that this exercise makes them grounded and makes them have a realistic understanding of the construction process. There are 2 components to the live project. One is the build proposal and the design proposal. Now, how do you learn to actually build? We can't just learn to build by sitting inside the studios. If you want to learn how to build, you should actually build with your hands. That is the way forward. That is how you will know how to build it. Now, I'm going to be talking about 2 projects which we had done in the last 6 months due to the shortage of time. The first project is under the build division. It's called the Senior Citizens Library at Surat. This building that you see is a Senior Citizens Library that was built along in collaboration with Oro University. This building was entirely built by our students. They understand what it takes for a project to be converted from drawing to an actually constructed one. The process is intense and it's time taking, and it definitely teaches them the reality of construction. I would like to go to the earlier slide, the before and after picture. It clearly showcases how the site was in the first day we showed it and how we finished the project and came back. This took 1 month for us, but our students really enjoyed the entire process. They understand what it takes, and they also understand the intensity of the project. They also interact with the laborers and gain an in-depth knowledge of the entire process of construction. We spent almost 30 days at this site with the builders, with the architects who had designed the project, in building the project and taking it forward. And there are images of our students working from the foundation to the finishing. Our students were a part of the entire process. The building was a complete exposed brick building and had a bamboo truss. It was designed by an architect called Vicky Achani. He's a pass out of CEPT University. These are some pictures for you to give an idea of what the project was and how the students had worked on. Next. Yeah. Moving on to the next project, it's a design project. We just don't build as a group, we also design. This is a project that was hosted by Vivartana Ventures, an extension for the second phase of a Billabong High School in the outskirts of Chennai. Second year students attended this competition and 10 of our students got shortlisted to present it. The final jury was handled from Dubai and Chennai as well. There were the trustee owners from Dubai and also contractors from Chennai. This culture established that these 10 students who were shortlisted became architects, formed their own teams, and then worked with their classmates as a team and emerged out with 3 winners, 3 students getting a cash prize of 25,000, 15,000 and 10,000 from the company for giving out the best design. And one of these designs is going to be built very soonly as an extension of the Billabong High School. Under the LIVE project, we have completed 6 projects until now in the past few years, and more details about these projects are available on our website. The next important integral part of LIVE project is something we call the design cell. Along with building and designing in groups, students also have the space to take up individual projects as well on their own. Students work on the projects with their seniors, with their alumni, and also with the guidance of mentors and faculties, which is a very important aspect. They start doing small projects as they are students, and we encourage them to do it. We also call a panel of eminent architects from the city to judge our students' best work and award a cash prize of rupees 10,000 at the end of the semester. The concept behind having a design cell is that they should start to earn while they learn. We believe that that will have a great shift in the way they look at academics, in the way they approach life, and also have a larger and holistic vision in life. Now, the next pillar is something that we love and desire the most. It's not just loved by my students, it's also loved by all our faculties. It's the Summer Winter School, a travel experience to various parts to learn various skills, crafts, and technology from across the country, national and international. The idea of summer schools are to enhance the skills of the students in their own desired fields and also give them the opportunity to become an expert during these breaks. Summer winter schools happen during the breaks between the semesters. It opens up the avenue for students to look, learn, and experience, and then understand about their choices and their interests. We have worked on various materials from brick, rammed earth, mud, bamboo, etc. from mentors and experts across the country like Singapore, Mumbai, Goa, Ahmedabad, to just name a few. These summer winter schools are all focused towards learning from traveling as well. Every time a summer winter school happens, the students get to travel to that particular city, go visit the city for a few days, understand the culture, understand the experience. Because we believe there cannot be a better teacher than traveling. Traveling is a very important teacher for every student. And what they learn from these travels is extremely crucial as well. It's a fun-filled learning exercise that has been a strength that has given a hand to all the students. The summer winter school is like equipping themselves additionally with one more hand to know more details. And that reflects strongly in their academic practices as well. Our summer winter schools are planned with experts in the field of architecture across the country to try and learn these skills from them and adapt them and use them in their designs. We have had small summer winter schools on all these sustainable materials for the past 3 years. And now with the advent of LIVE projects, we are actually getting into real-time construction. We have believed that we will be moving on to the other allied fields of architecture as well, like fashion, textile, graphics, also a summer winter schools for students to have a better perspective. Like how Manoj sir just said, it's not about just being an architect. You have so many new avenues that you can jump and venture into. As a part and as a consistence of this summer winter school, we are launching the Center for Design and Innovation in the city of Chennai. We have decided to create a space that exclusively is for these young minds to ideate, think, and develop new ideas, to actually develop new working models, prototypes, and for the students to follow their heart and follow the passion. This Center for Design and Innovation is not just open for students of RVS alone. It is open to students from across the entire country. And this center, we believe, will be a great aspiration and inspiration to all. Now, 1:X is a young dynamic team of architects from renowned universities with whom RVS Chennai has collaborated in order to make these workshops more interesting and exciting. 1:X is a young panel of young architects. 1:X believes architects are those who take it in their hands to shape the world. It is done through a rigorous collaborative process and to bring this knowledge to the doorstep of each and every budding designer. 1:X organizes unique learning experiences to provide an environment of innovation and creation. I would like to share a small video that is a descriptive and shows an idea about what 1:X is all about. Over. So that's a small snippet of what 1:X is all about. And the concept of 1:X is to learn, connect, and innovate and be part of the unique tribe. And we are extremely happy and proud to be able to collaborate with 1:X and bring this exposure of workshops and variety of learning to the students of Tamil Nadu. Now moving on to the fourth pillar, which is a very interesting and a simple pillar, is the Vertical Studio. Vertical Studio is a student exchange program within the country to create an interesting experience to research and design. Research is an important point of being an architect and seeing a city through a new lens. Our last Vertical Studio was with two interesting institutions in the country, with NITI Mangalore and Azadi Kochi. The students from 3 cities traveled to the other institutions, spent a week to 10 days there, exploring the city and developing it. The Vertical Studio focuses on research and design solutions for serious problems of the city. Students also learn how to work in a new team, which directly improves their confidence to approach design and come up with quick solutions. Being just a 1-week exercise, spontaneous thinking is something that students require as a way forward, and they come up with such innovative things to do. The theme for last year's Vertical Studio was children-friendly cities. It was an assessment of whether cities are developing children-friendly. It was an interesting exercise that happened at the same time at 3 different cities of the country. The 4 components of Vertical Studio are traveling to a new city, looking at the places, looking at how the places evolved, meeting new mentors, pioneers, working with new faculties and students and making new friends. And also the concept of designing as a team all together is an entirely new learning experience. Under Vertical Studio, we also have something called the institutional collaborations. We have collaborated with institutions across the country, not just architecture institutions, also design institutions and also across the globe. The reason for us to collaborate with design institutions like Vijay Bhumi University in Mumbai and Auro University Surat is for us to gain more exposure to our students in allied fields of design as well, like fashion and graphic that I mentioned earlier. Moving on to the 5th pillar, finishing school. An interesting venture that allows students to become industry ready. It's a holistic learning process and making them a practicing architecture student. This finishing school starts from the 3rd year onwards. Students are given personal counseling to understand where their interest and where their scope lie and what they would like to do in their life, in developing the unique skill sets for the students and making them practice ready. The important component of finishing school is the next generation softwares. We believe that it is important to be equipped technically for the future, and we focus on 2 softwares majorly as a mandate for all the students: building information modeling and geographic information system. These softwares are essential components for an architect of the future and definitely adds a lot of value and character to the student's portfolio and approach. We just not only teach these 2 softwares, we have collaborated with architect Sushant Verma, who is also on the panel with us, in creating a one-of-a-kind program on computational design in the country. I would kindly request architect Sushant Verma, who's joined us in the panel, to share a few words about the program and the importance of computation design if possible.
Yeah, hi Reeves. Thank you very much for having me on the panel.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure. Yes, Sushant.
Yeah, so I just want to quickly talk about Smart Labs very briefly. So that's one thing which we started. I want to tell you about why we started this. So when I was a student studying in India, and before I went for my master's at the AA in London, I realized that there is definitely a big lag of right education and exposure of technology and design technologies, which is what I was very interested in. And I remember, like, once I went for my master's, I realized that we Indians do not have the right kind of background, which is when I had already kind of started to develop an idea that the moment we get back to India, we have to kind of create a system which allows students to give them a right exposure about what typically happens in an advanced master's program. And that is how the vision of Smart Lab started. And then I was in London for 4 years, worked with Zaha, worked with a robotics company, moved to Los Angeles, and moved back to India in 2015 to set up the RATLab studio in Delhi, which is what I run. With that, we started to do a lot of workshops. Now over almost 70, 80 workshops, catering to around 2,000 plus students in the last 5 years. We started the Smart Labs program as an avenue that how can we bring in the global education in India for the Indian students. And it was a hybrid program, started 4 years back. When I say hybrid, it's a blend of studio learning and online learning. Now, online learning is something which most of us are familiar with now, because that's something that I would say with the pandemic we have started to adapt to. However, that's something that we started like about 4 years back and started to test that out, which was quite successful because we could have studios and facilitated by online learning, where we could have the pioneers of computational design join us as a part of the mentors and tutors for this program. I hope my screen is visible. I'm just going to brush through a few modules. Reeves, is my screen visible? Is my screen visible, Reeves? Can you just confirm?
Yes, so we are
Yes,
able to.
yes.
Okay, cool, perfect. Thanks. Right. So in its fourth year now, Smart Labs caters to a group of students who are currently studying or working anywhere in India, and they can apply for this program. And we are typically looking into 3 modules. A very distinct pedagogy is what we have kind of created. So with the workshop culture, we are trying to bring in studio exercises and 3 modules of digital fabrication, interactive design, and performative design based on students' interest. At the end, we have this very exciting public exhibition where students get to showcase their works as prototypes, exhibits, installations of various kinds. These are some glimpses from the last studio. We also delve into virtual reality and augmented reality to allow people to understand technology from a different perspective, how design technologies can be used not only for manifestation of space, but also for a digital space as well, and how to visualize that. And the students kind of turn up to a surprise pretty smarter than what we initially thought. They end up developing their own inventions and new tools and techniques and methodologies of design. For example, in this visual that you can see, there's one of our student who's using the motion of his hand and using a leap motion sensor to be able to control a surface inside a 3D 3-dimensional space. So that's something which is kind of bringing in novelty and innovation, and which is what Smart Lab Studio is all about: how to train students to learn to innovate and have design thinking, as a subject. And then, of course, students test out their installations. We provide the space and the material and the fabrication facilities. And RVS has been very generous in supporting the program right from its beginning. Uh, and then students really get into developing their thesis within the program. It's more like a compressed research of the areas of interest. Somebody interested in making facades or developing filling the voids of an urban space. These are all students work that I'm kind of showing right now. They end up using computational design or parametric design or design technologies rather, in their own ways of interest. Somebody like who's a second year student or a third year student being a part of Smart Labs develops his or her ideas in a different manner, and a professional with 3 years of experience develop their own idea. But at the end, the most beautiful thing in the studio is the collaboration that happens within the students, within the batch, which has led to some very interesting innovations and inventions. And the students right now are working in different firms across India, or teaching in various institutions, running their own workshops and programs. With all of it, we support, and many of them are doing their masters in different countries, and we are still in touch with them to kind of maintain this community. This is the graduation from last batch of Smart Labs. So yeah, I mean, the whole idea and the vision is to kind of inculcate design technology knowledge to design students, which is kind of open to all. So anybody from any part of India studying anywhere can actually be a part of this program. It's a fully open program, which we run with the help and support of Smart Labs. And we have 6 studios, 12 online sessions. And this year, with COVID situation, we are planning to bring in more online sessions because people have acclimatized to online learning, bring in more advanced toolkits and tool sets and tutors into the place. So it's not necessarily restricted to merely Grasshopper or Rhino, which typically people learn in India now. It's extended to things like Blender, Arduino, Houdini, ZBrush, and all sorts of computational languages which people use in advanced architectural design studios. So yeah, I mean, it's a continuing program, and fourth year hopefully becomes much more innovative with
Yeah, thank you,
Reeves'
Suzanne.
guidance
Thank
and
you for
supervision.
spending your time off to give us a brief about it. We definitely believe that in RVS, it's important for us to be a little futuristic and innovative in our approach. So thanks, Sushant. Thank you for thank you for dropping in and giving us a brief. I think it was always better when you talk about parametrics and you talk about, the next in software. So thank you. So continuing with the finishing school, we had, so continuing back to the finishing school, we just saw about next generation softwares, and it was an insightful presentation by Sushant into what parametrics and computational design can do. The next level of importance goes to the environment. This green building certification is an important component because the future pushes us all to be sustainable in every aspect. And we at RVS look at it as a mandate for our students to be trained and taught and be concerned about that particular aspect of the environment. We enhance the students' portfolio by making all these students green building certified architects in their own fields and interests. It's important for them to be certified. I think with the rise of the pandemic, we all know how important it is for us to approach and be sensible towards the environment. And therefore, every student who's passing out of RVS, we will take that responsibility to make sure that they are green building certified and that they have the exposure to treat and respect the environment and build responsibly. Another important criteria and characteristics of our finishing school is the language and personality. We teach national and international languages to our students as part of their curriculum itself, which gives the students a lot of confidence to travel and also to work. Students travel across the country to work, for internships and various other opportunities. And language always has been a barrier for them to be confident. In order to remove that barrier, we at RVS have taken this initiative to make sure we teach them new languages, national and international languages, and make them more confident, because languages are very important and a crucial element for any student to approach life boldly. Another important criteria of the finishing school is the placement assistance. To follow your heart, we believe it is important to have the right guidance and attitude. And we have taken it upon ourselves to create a placement cell to benefit not just for the students of RVS, just like how the Smart Lab is open to all, this placement assistance, this placement cell is also open to any student who wants to have a nice career in architectural profession. We are also collaborated with architect Shubhanshu Singh, who's a graduate from SPA Bhopal. I request architect Shubhanshu to please come on video to just share a few words about placement cell, since he's an expert in it and RVS and Shubhanshu are working together. Shubhanshu, are you online? Are you on the video?
Yeah, thank you very much. And thank you for having me here.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure, Shubhanshu. Please.
So there has been always a question when the new student join college, is there a placement? Kya hamara placement hoga? So in a simple answer, if I say, is there placement in architecture? No, because we never needed it. And it was because till now there was no shortage of jobs. There were many few students. There were many few firms. And the alumni relationship in architecture works very well. Plus, the concentration, the jobs were concentrated over a small region, so it was not hard to find jobs. But the situation is not changing. That may move us to our next question: that why do we need placements in architecture right now? So the very first reason we need placement culture in architecture, that there are highest number of players ever. There are more students graduating every year. There are more number of firms, and the insecurity of job. When a student leaves the college, it is very important to give him a pre-assured job. It not only makes up their boost their morale. And the third point, some firms they have over applications, some firms get very less applications. So it was like, because there is very bad institute and the industrial bonding. And the fourth reason is that widespread community of architecture across the India. Now there are firms in small cities and they also want very good applicants to them, which are generally concentrated to the tier A city. And the final, why don't? If everyone is having placement culture in their field, engineers have, management guys have, then why don't we have? So here we have our initiative as placement cell at RVS Chennai, that which I believe is the first kind of in Tamil Nadu. So it's like we first select our students, segregate them according to their interest and all. Second, we approach the firm according to their needs. And finally, we provide them the opportunity of the placement. I am very excited and looking forward for this place.
Thank you, Shubhanshu. And Shubhanshu is a graduate of SPA Bhopal, like I said, and we are working towards launching this placement cell know with Shubhanshu, and we are working towards it. The placement cell is going to be launched within less than a month, and it is going to open up new avenues, new job opportunities, and create new spaces for architects to be treated as well. Thanks a lot, Shubhanshu, for sharing, spending time with us and sharing your insight. Thanks a lot.
Thank you too. Thank you too.
Now, moving on, I have right now discussed everything about the 5 pillars, and the last thing is about the firm collaborations. We are collaborating with various firms nationally and internationally because we believe these firms can guide us in the right directions. They will be helping our students, mentoring them and taking them through a lot of different avenues of architecture, helping us in placement and getting us collaborated as well. The firm collaborations are not just restricted within the state of Tamil Nadu, it's for the entire India, and also we have international connections as well. Now, I have explained about all the 5 pillars. We have done with it. As you all know, RVS Chennai Padmavati School of Architecture is affiliated to Anna University Chennai and approved by the Council of Architecture Delhi. The same syllabus has been reinterpreted in a way. The same syllabus given to us by Anna University has been reinterpreted in a way that these 5 pillars that I spoke about are intertwined with this 5-year program for a student. This roadmap here clearly showcases the journey of a student while he enters the college and until he comes out as a successful and a responsible and an intellectual architect. We have seen the 5 pillars and how it intertwines with academics. Just to give you a brief about this roadmap, when a student joins RVS, the first thing he does is something that I said earlier, that the travel studio. The first journey is very important. And at the end of the first year, where he's seen a lot of different cultures, he goes on to an international tour to get a global exposure. From the second year onwards, he starts getting introduced to building through the live project. And from the second year also, he starts having parallel affiliations in graphics, in textiles, in furniture designs with our collaboration with other design universities. In the third year, he starts becoming very aware about the vertical studios and the inter-student exchange program that happens. In the fourth year, we want to make sure that the students are all green building certified architects, become more responsible and become more aware. And also while they're doing their urban design, they are taught the next generation softwares like GIS and BIM as a mandate. And in the 5th year, they are molded through this finishing school pillar, the 5th pillar, and they come out as extremely reasonable and successful architects, knowing what they want to do in their life. We believe that that is very, very, very important for a student to be able to do. And the final part of this entire 5-year plan is this RVS guarantee, something that we always love to say, we want to give this guarantee to people. We believe that every student of RVS will be given this experience, these facilities and these promises as they become a part of our culture. We are only 40 student intake batch, and we guarantee this to all the students who are participating to be a confident and a responsible architect. 4 live projects where they actually get to build, 3 vertical studios of student exchange programs, 2 summer winter schools, 1 international tour, learning the next generation necessary softwares, becoming a green building certified architects, getting the right placement assistance, not just to be an architect, but to follow your heart and follow your dream and passion. And finally, learning the necessary languages and having the personality and the character development, which gives us the immense confidence. So that is all the presentation that I would like to share with these young minds about. I would like to also convey my best wishes and all the best to all these students who are going to be attending the NATA examination. We welcome you to the architecture fraternity on behalf of the architecture family, I would say, because we are all teaching and we would like to see it. I know that the situation, the pandemic has definitely taken a toll on every future. I don't think students should be worried or be concerned about the future, because like Manoj sir said and like all the academicians are going to say, there is always a scope for this field. It's always going to be creative. And the Council of Architecture has also been very supportive and encouraging during this pandemic. So I would like to instill this sense of hope in all your minds. And I once again welcome all these young aspirants who are going to be architects soon to the architecture fraternity. Thanks a lot for this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for an eye-opening presentation. Your vision and ideas are truly an inspiration. Thank you.
Thank you.